we've had a pretty damn good run with doing rebuilds of real-life teams and real-life scenarios and actual signings, but I'm kind of, maybe getting a little sick of it. I need a little break. I don't want to have CJ Stroud, Bryce Young, all that, the real-life class. I don't want to see the real-life names and all the rosters and edit this and change this team to pick number 1 and, they grab Myles Murphy when they have no quarterback on the roster, all that crap. I want to just do a regular rebuild. And then I was like, yeah, I kind of done that. So we're going to be doing a full Legends fantasy draft rebuild here as the Chargers. I'm going to even call them the San Diego Chargers for this No, I'm not going to. But I don't know who I want. I'm not going to be changing any devs. I don't even think devs matter. Maybe that's another scenario, kind of experiment for the future. But I think all of these guys are going to be like very high overall normal devs. So we could get a pretty insane roster. I'm going to try and draft nothing but Legends, but obviously sooner or later we will run out of players, so we'll see what happens. If you guys like this idea, you like, Legend content, if you will, the Gauntlet, and I don't want to talk about that. Maybe leave a like, maybe subscribe if you're new. If you're not new, appreciate your continued support. Do a ton of franchise stuff on the channel, of course. I don't know why I said it after that. It's like if you're not new, you kind of already know that. But let's start drafting. I don't even know what pick I want. Pick 10. I can live with it. Especially considering, like we just talked about, there's a good chance that none of the Legends even went. Right? So, okay. Okay. Let's see what we got. Because obviously, these guys are going to be normal devs, and the game values devs the most. I think you kind of need to go wide receiver first, right? There are some freaking names. You have the choice at any quarterback ever. Who the hell do you choose? Ha, dick. What did he make Barry Sanders? I'm kind of just curious. Nice Expedia, fair enough. Maybe a little high on the Excel. Of course, this is Shock's Legends roster. He does a lot. I think, how many Maddens now? Of Legends rosters in the community files of these on next-gen Xbox. I don't know about, last-gen or different consoles in general, PlayStation, whatever. But as far as Xbox goes, that's where, they're located. And, some of the players are definitely a little overrated, I will admit. But at the end of the day, it is what it is. We're going to live with it. And, I think you either go pass rusher or quarterback here. I want to go quarterback, though, I think. So we'll evaluate our options, but Lawrence Taylor, man, he's pretty good, too. How fast? 90 speed, 93 Excel. That's pretty fair. In fairness. Charles Woodson, Night Train Lane, Rod Woodson. You got some names here. Why is Tebow an 85 overall? Why is Vince Young a 90 overall? Excuse me? I don't know who I want to go with. I'm really debating on because I feel like throw power is the most important. I really want to go Peyton or something, but doesn't have the throw power. Steve Young might be the best option. I'm not even going to lie. And I've settled on Lawrence Taylor. So many different really good options. I just think edge is one of the toughest positions to get, and he's obviously just absolutely insane. Oh, crap. Quarterbacks are going already. Drew Brees is gone. Okay, well, there's actually still a lot of really good players there. Steve Young. Was Calvin there? I thought I'd seen Calvin Johnson. Man, Calvin Johnson and Lawrence Taylor, huh? I haven't done a rebuild like this in so long. Randy Moss is there, but I don't know, dude. I like Randy Moss a lot, but I kind of want Calvin Johnson, dude. I just kind of want Calvin. At the same time, it's like, maybe don't go for any of them. I'm actually going to go Mean Joe Green, I think. I'm going Mean Joe Green. I'm changing it up a little bit. I really think we should probably go offense after this, though. J.C. Jackson, what a name drop. Yeah, I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know how much of a rebuild this is going to be. I think this is just going to be us drafting a super sick team and just winning. Screw it. I am going to go with the Sheriffs. I don't even care, dude. I want Peyton. Calvin Johnson is gone, but Randy Moss is still there. Adrian Peterson's still there, dude. Ugh. That is a tough player to pass on. But running back is one of the most legendary positions ever, so I feel like that's a position we can get away with not grabbing right away. And as much as I want to go with the name of Jerry Rice, Randy Moss is just insanity. Of course, I don't know why the spec catch is only 72, but we'll obviously have to edit that because that's just kind of a joke. And I'm going to go with Shannon Sharp here. He's kind of insane. Absolutely busted. That's who I'm going to go with. So tight end is set as well. there's a little bit of a trend here, and that trend is that teams aren't really going for these normal dev guys at the moment. Things have changed a little bit in that sense, but Walter Payton, I want one of the legendary guys. Walter Payton, Barry Sanders, Jim Brown. I don't really want to be stuck with, like, wait, how many Adrian Petersons were they? They're just moving around. I don't want to be stuck with like a Jamal Charles while they were good. I want like a truly legendary running back, like a truly legendary one. But, it is what it is. Some really good players here. I would go with Reggie White, but for some reason, he's 24 years old. I don't think that matters in this case. Yeah, screw what the hell am I even talking about? Reggie White. Give me another legend, a true legend. Obviously, a lot of these guys are really good and legends of their own right, but there are tiers of legends, right? Wait, Deion Sanders is still there? Okay, thank you. Yeah, like I said, I don't know how much of a rebuild this is going to be. However, this is different than old fantasy drafts where, after the first 20 picks, the contracts are like kind of cheap. That's the guys you have to re-sign. In this case, you actually kind of need to pay these guys pretty early. So there might be a lot of players that we lose very early on. Urlacher, Singletary. There's some insane players here. Damn, T.O. is only 20. I'm going to go for T.O. You got some trash-talking monsters on our squad now. LT goes. Interesting. Kind of sold the bag on that one a little bit. Barry's there, but we're missing some players. Walter's still there. Adrian Peterson's still there. I can chill for now. I don't have to get crazy just yet. Like, it's actually crazy how the game is coded so hard to going for devs, isn't it? I'm gonna go Sean Taylor. I'm gonna go Mel Blount because a lot of the corners are actually starting to go here. I would say I reached on tight end, and that's because I think I've reached on tight end. Let's find some other positions. When was Vontaze Burfict a 96 overall? 88 speed! Okay, this roster's a bit cooked. I'll be honest with you. It's a bit cooked. 88 speed for Vontaze Burfict. He has Sherman with 89 speed. What are we doing here? Hello? Bro, I honestly don't understand the ratings. Like, I really don't. Why would Adrian Peterson be only 88 juke move, 91 trucking? I'm so confused. Whatever, we're going to go Walter Payton, 23 years old, decently fast, good player. We're going to go Richard Seymour, who's kind of insane. He'll play DT with Reggie White playing the edge with Lawrence Taylor. We're probably going to be playing a 4-3, I suppose. Yeah, the tight end still being there is not a good sign, let me tell you that much. We're going to take the safety, Jack Tatum. Linebackers, there's obviously a lot of decent ones there, but none of the legends. Oh, Leroy Butler. As a Packers fan, I should probably go to jail for not grabbing him. But yeah, none of the names are really like, that's super cool player you got there, And even though he's 25, we're going to go Ken Norton. He's like the only halfway decent linebacker still here. I know he's a 97 overall, so halfway is kind of stupid to say. Shaq Thompson they take because he's not normal dev. That is insanity. I can't believe Joe Thomas all the way down as a 96 overall, but that's who I'm going to take. I'm going to start taking offensive linemen now. Forrest Gregg. We're doing it again. It's kind of funny because obviously the weight differences, but still really good players. And once again, I don't think weight matters in the game, so we should be fun. We're going to give Travis Frederick another chance, a longer career here, even though the rebuilds, if it's even considered a rebuild at this point, is going to be quite short. Alan Faneca, the legendary Cardinals player. I'm going to get murdered for that one. Saquon Barkley going. Meanwhile, Bettis and Peterson and all them. Am I missing something here? Is this like memes? Like, is this memes? I'm not. Why is Stokely? Hello? Jeremiah Trotter for another linebacker. Yeah, this isn't really much of a rebuild. This is kind of not a rebuild. Expert analysis, of course, as always. No problem. Oh, D'Angelo Hall, I used to love a ton. Tariq Woolen. What? Bro, what? Bro, am I missing? Maybe it's like inside jokes or something. I honestly have no idea. Like some of the players here, I just don't get it. I'm not sure what I'm missing here. And as a Packers fan, AJ Hawk to finish out the linebackers. Why is D'Angelo Hall 92 speed, by the way? I'm just existing. I'm gonna add Cortland Finnegan. What a random name drop. Ooh, speaking of Packers players, Sterling Sharp. We got the Sharps. They're looking sharp. I said it. Why not add Bo Jackson with that speed? Yeah, this roster is literally... we're in round 25, and we have taken nothing but legends. Dallas Clark is an 88 overall. That seems a bit low, but okay, sure. Oh, the AIs are... they've picked up on the offensive lineman here. They've picked... except for center. They've picked up on it, though, outside of that. Outside of center, the most of them are gone. Ooh, too tall. Ed, how are you? How are you, Ed? Not looking too bad, actually. Welcome. Rodney Harrison to finish off the safeties. Why not? I mean, we already have all the safeties. Just backup safeties at this rate. I guess this would be a good experiment. Are we going to win the Super Bowl year one? I also wonder what happens, like, after a season or two. Because, once again, you know, this is a team that... is probably going to lose a lot of players very quickly, right? Like, you're not able to keep this type of talent on one roster very often. Sebastian Janikowski. Oh, he was actually one of my favorite kickers, too, without a doubt. As far as punters go, Andy Lee, probably. He didn't put a single punter. Okay, I suppose... I guess if that's what we're doing, not putting much effort in the punters, are we? Okay. And how is David Akers not 99 kick power? What are we doing? Honestly. We're putting the effort in to add the kickers, and we're just going to not give him 99. But no, seriously, where's Andy Lee? Well, I didn't even think about fullback. All stats, obviously him. But what about run blocking? What kind of ratings are we looking at? Larry Zonka. Marion Motley. Lorenzo Neal. Really solid blocker, obviously. I don't really care about my fullback blocking in Madden, honestly. Kind of just want all-stat just for the fun of it. What's the trucking? Where was it? 99 trucking. I gotta do it. I gotta do it. Jim Taylor is an 84 overall. Whew. This roster's kind of crazy. We missed out on Devin Hester, but we get Ted Ginn as our kick returner. Unless he already also went. Oh, he did. I was about to say. Bro, what are we doing? 94 speed for Deshaun Jackson? What? Bro, I gotta stop because I'm gonna lose something. Ooh, Matt Forte, what a name. Also, I read that as Wes Welker, unless Wes Welker was there and it just threw me off that Wesley Walker is also there now. Hines Ward. I wonder what that blocking is. Don't know if it actually shows. 60 run block, okay, I guess. Give him the benefit of the doubt for a position, you know, ratings that don't matter super amount. But, you know, Randy Moss not having 99 spec and Gronk having like 60 run block. Once again, it's probably more of a case of like trying to get the roster out quickly and missing on some things. So we'll give him the benefit of the doubt for that. But at the same time, it kind of makes me sad still. Terrence Newman, what are we looking at? Like 95 speed? Okay. Jay Cutler for the memes, bro. You got the best quarterback duo in the league. I mean, I got to get the guy that can put the team on the back, though. And at this point, I think I'm just going to start, just drafting randomly. There's no point in showing it. Damn, they really picked up on it. There is 0 legends on the offensive line right now. 0. Absolutely 0. Except for Chaz Green, of course, the GOAT. There's so many good players left after the draft that it's like 90 overall city in here. Des Bryant doesn't even have a freaking team. So obviously the squad looks really strange because it's all bronzes, all normal dev, but they're all basically like 99 overall. Our weakest position is, I guess, linebacker. We also got to change to a 4-3. Kind of a 99 overall, but like I said, there's going to be a lot of people that need contracts. Who do you let go? Is it really a rebuild? Is it more of an experiment? I don't know. The Rams are 99 overall. I wonder how many other teams are 99 overalls. This team is obviously pretty good. Oh, there's a bunch of 99 overalls. So, like, everybody's 99, huh? Interesting. I didn't think that was possible because there was so many teams that weren't even drafting like the best players earlier. They were just drafting dev. So we have 106 mil, but you have to pay guys like Peyton Manning, Reggie White, everyone else is a backup. So yeah, I mean, you obviously pay Peyton, right? So that's a lot of money, dude. Holy crap. Is this cap going to explode? Because our available cap has exploded. Reggie White's asking for like a, 20 mil per year type of deal here. I'm not considering shorter deals. I mean, I'm considering, scrapping this entire video because this looks like a disaster waiting to happen. Headed to the playoffs, a lot of teams are 99 overalls, but we are the 99 overall. We are them. We are they. I don't even know what that means, but 15-2, a bunch of teams. What's the lowest overall, actually, or like lowest team? The Rams are 1-16, despite the fact that like everyone's a 99 overall. What a disaster. But let's take a look at our schedule. I didn't change the offense, but I did change the defense. Obviously, we need to go to a 4-3 because that's, how we built the roster. We're going to be losing Bo Jackson. We're going to be losing, some fullbacks. We're going to be losing our starting middle linebacker. But I think if there's any chance for this team to work out even somewhat long-term, you have to let players like linebackers go. Maybe even offensive linemen. I mean, this is a team you just can't afford, right? So you got to do what you can, and I think that's really the only way to do it is to keep the core players like quarterback, maybe running back, wide receivers, tight end, edge, and then everything else, whatever happens, happens. Peyton Manning's the league MVP. Walter Payton, Offensive Player of the Year. Lawrence Taylor, Defensive Player of the Year. Walter Payton, Rookie of the Year. Lawrence Taylor, Defensive Rookie of the Year. Peyton Manning, Quarterback of the Year. Running Back of the Year. Wide receiver not at number 1. D-line number 1. I mean, we got a bunch of stuff. Best Kicker Award. I mean, I don't know where we go from here. If we win this in one year, do I call it a rebuild? I don't even know, bro. I kind of do want to see, like I said, how this thing plays out with having no money. I just want to come out here and see what's up. Who's their tight end? Who the hell is that? Oh, my. Yeah, there's... Okay. Okay. LeGarrette Blount with a loss of 2. Let's go, Reggie. I mean, there's no chance. Huge head. Force fumble. LT with the pickup. And for Chargers fans are like, what do you mean LT? LaDainian? It's like, hear me out, right? LaDainian was him, but there is truly only one LT. Come on. Come on. I'm sorry, Chargers fans, but like, let's be honest here. Let's just chill out. And I mean, I suppose, right? T.O. making it easy to the 7. Let's run it with Walt. I like that, like, most, if not all, the numbers are pretty much correct. It's nice. And Walter up the middle to the 2. Hurry up to the line. This time we're actually going to hand it off to Terrell Owens. Oh, they are ready for it, though. Or not! T.O. in for the touchdown. I want to kick a Seabass field goal. Look at this. Lefty and all. Bop. All right, going to the end of the game. The Browns looking pretty good, actually. I mean, the only score we have is the one we actually physically got. There's a final second score. Hopefully that word final isn't true because that means we would lose. 17-21, 17-28, 25-28. Once again, both teams are 99 overall, so no one technically deserves to win, even though we have more depth. Let's see if the offense can do it. 3rd and 8, 4th and inches now. They were going to punt it. Don't think there's a team that's technically as good of a 99 overall as us. So, like, realistically, no one should be able to ever stop us, honestly. Like, it's just... Like, just win the game. It's not that hard. Like, just like, do that. What the hell is Payne doing there? Good swap. That was a weird throw from him. Verticals with Randy Moss. Sharp. 2 sharps. Obviously, we know which one's which based on the positioning. Oh, that is really good rush. But Randy Moss showing off the speed. Field goal ties it, but you'd also be known as a loser, so let's not do that. Oh, look at that. Oh, okay, that was actually caught. Still think it was overthrown, though. Sharp over the middle. Instead, we're going to go to Terrell Owens down to the 5. I do have to admit, though, Peyton's kind of thrown like some garbage, dude. Do you trust Terrell Owens in the back of the end zone? Don't really need to. Sharp is in. Barely for the game-leading score. And barring a Cleveland miracle, it will send us to the championship round. Warren Moon was the quarterback for the Browns. Rushing, not very good. Receiving, Randy Moss and Terrell, and Sharp did well. Jacoby Jones. Interesting stuff. Wow, okay, that was not a good game. Richard Seymour with 2 sacks. Ty Law with 2 interceptions. 1 for Dion. Seabass, what are you doing? Let's see, what can he even upgrade? Oh, yeah, I forgot. We didn't even upgrade his spec catch. He just got a +4 to that. Yeah, he should be like 99, but I'm just not even going to touch it. He can have whatever. Don't even care. Let's go on to the championship round. You got the Titans. They're only at 96 overall. We were lied to. Going against this Justin Herbert fella. And I also seen that the Panthers are in the Super Bowl. They have a sick scheme. We've played recently, did a rebuild with them, and they were really good. So I don't know how it's going to go, but if we even get there at least, I'm kind of thinking ahead, but obviously, looking pretty good, 31-9, and yeah, finally, some actual good defense, good performance. Peyton Manning has kind of been garbage, to be honest. Walter's been him. Yeah, I mean, Peyton Manning is just like, he kind of sucks. I don't know why, but the edge was really good, obviously, and then kicking, finally solid. I am actually really curious to see what kind of dev-ups we're going to get, because obviously, everyone's a normal dev. We got a bunch of different award wins, so we should see some guys maybe even get to Superstar X Factor in one season, if I'm not mistaken. But the Panthers Super Bowl versus us, see if we can win it. We, once again, are the best team, but everyone is a 99 overall, technically, so who knows. Peyton Manning goes from normal to superstar. Walter Payton goes from normal to superstar. Randy Moss to star. Sharp to star. Lawrence Taylor to superstar. Deion Sanders to star. Norton and Trotter to star. Why do I feel like there should have been more? I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. But I suppose in this realm, winning those, of course, now we're going against Tomlinson, but winning those awards and getting those dev ups are actually pretty massive. Everyone else is stuck with star or less, while we have some guys with abilities now. Let's see, can we beat that busted scheme? Right to left is them. That scheme is busted. It's 7-all. Defense is doing well, but offense is just like doing nothing, giving up short fields. There you go, 21-14. 28-14. 28-17. Oh, the Panthers are climbing back, only down by 8, and that will be the win. Kind of expected it, the way the draft was going, and seeing other teams taking like 80 overall star players when there's 99 overall normals that are, like 24, 25 years old still on the board. Kind of could tell that this was going to happen, but it wasn't guaranteed. It was definitely not guaranteed. When I see the Panthers team, I was like, uh-oh, that is a scheme. That is a scheme that does well, but it is a Legends win. I suppose it was going to be a Legends win basically anyways, no matter who was going to win, but obviously this is a super squad. Didn't have to really pay anyone year one, but I imagine that is going to change. And it says, what do we have, like 30 mil in cap space? If we have to sign the amount of players, even the small amount of players we had to this season, next season, it's a GG. We're so screwed. But that's why I want to at least do another season, maybe 2. We'll see what how it plays out, but very curious to see what happens. This is kind of like the inverse of these, like every team is a 0 overall that we did rebuild a while back. Everyone was paying like 60 overall players, like 20 million per year. I wonder what happens in this case where no one has money. Will we see like 99 overalls going for like 5 mil per because everyone's being paid a lot? I don't even know. Or is it just going to be a super loaded free agency like after the draft? That's what I suspect. I suspect that after draft free agency is going to be loaded with great players that nobody could afford. But yeah, as far as re-signings go, we can definitely afford some of these players. I just don't think we should. We have backup linebacker. We can start Ray Maluga, and all these other guys are physical backups. So outside of Dixon, who's a punter, I think once again you got to save every dime you can, which also sadly includes punters. You got to pay the cheapest guys possible if you can. And he says we have about 60 mil left, but who do we have to pay next season, So Mean Joe Green's not there, but, we want to keep Sean Taylor. That's going to be a bump of at least 7.5. Want to keep Walter. That's at least 7 mil. Another 7 there at minimum. Greg, which we can't keep. That's like 20 mil. Frederick's another 20 mil. Trotter's probably another 15. Bo Jackson, who's a backup, thankfully. It doesn't really matter. He would be a ton. So this team is going to get uglily bad next season, and I'm kind of curious, and I'm kind of here for it. But as far as the team building process right now goes, I think I'm just going to kind of skip most of it, and we're just going to go into next season. Maybe you'll see some draft picks or something, but yeah, it's going to be a little different than the normal rebuild. Oh, if you are curious, here's what the teams or free agency players look like. Warren Moon and Jerome Bettis, Riggins, Bo Jackson, Brady. Just a bunch of guys, which surprisingly are being offered on. Like, most of these guys have contract offers, which is kind of crazy. I might try to, like, sneak off, like, a super deal if I can, but I doubt that's going to happen. I also don't know if any team needs a quarterback, because this guy looks solid, but nobody's taking him. And I wonder if that's literally because nobody needs quarterback. Like, I never really thought of it that way, but, you know, if teams don't need any of these players at all, you know, they won't take them, obviously. So that's kind of interesting. I guess we need O-line, but, like, I didn't really scout fully, and, you know, I'm kind of half-assing it a little bit because, you know, I'm not super invested because the team is great. We just won a Super Bowl, and it's kind of like, I don't even know when I'm going to cut the point off here, you know? It's just like, whatever happens, happens. Do we need a DT? Jay Lewis? Why not? Super strong. Looks good. Why not? Like, I don't think I'm going to trade up or do any of that. I'm just going to take players and hope for the best. Oh, this is juicer. Look at this. How is this guy here? He's not hitting like the other players we've had. Should have been faster as well, but he's kind of busted still. 6'4", 21 years old. I thought he was going to be god tier. Center, man. Normal. 75, 75. The rest were garbage. I don't really think it matters too much, but I suppose I'm kind of curious to see how good he was. 81 power move, 73 block shed. Didn't really get to scout those linemen too well. Didn't really do too well because of it. Star dev, not bad, but, you know, draft picks in this kind of rebuild situation don't really matter. So blah, blah, blah. We can't afford everyone. Season 2, team probably looks a little different, but I'm kind of curious to see across the board how the rest of the league looks. Peyton? You feeling okay, buddy? Why is he not a 99? He lost a bunch of ratings. Okay, that's cool. But yeah, I kind of want to see if, you know, pretty much every team was like a 99 before, but is that still the case? I didn't really see anyone in free agency, so I'm not, maybe it's a little too early. I'm not really sure how, you know, what's happening there, but yeah, I mean, just kind of glancing, it seems like everyone's still basically all 99s. We have 79 mil. We talked about, you know, certain positions you kind of have to keep, some you don't, right? Walter Payton, I think you want to keep at least one of these running backs, so I think the superstar is probably the guy you keep. 7-year, $91 million. And then offensive line, I just don't think you can keep it. Sean Taylor, I would like to. I don't know if I can. Center's not overpriced. Do you not just... Okay, so he's gone. He gone. There ain't no question about it. So is Greg Jennings. So is Jay Cutler. You could probably keep Sean Taylor, but you might lose Frederick. Man, I don't... Can we just leave the accountants out of this thing? Like, just, like, maybe... Travis Frederick, I mean, he's a good player. He's given up any sacks or anything like that. He's not really doing particularly well. I'd prefer to save money for positions that I can't really draft, like edge and stuff like that. So probably going to let the lineman go. I mean, that's a lot of money for these two fellas. Playoffs, not as good of a season, but still an 11-6 division leading one. Let's take a look at the stats and see if we won any awards. Peyton Manning sucks. He's awful, dude. Why is he so bad? I get, like I said, everyone's a legend pretty much, so, you know, legends playing against legends. Somebody's got to get the upper hand. Reggie White had himself a year. Taylor also still had a pretty damn good year on top of it. Mel Blount, maybe a dev up. Janikowski was great. But yeah, I mean, like MVP, but then the following season with the same, you know, playbooks and everything, he's just a garbage player. Like, he's so bad. So bad. Reggie wins an award. Reggie wins another award. Blunt wins another award. So, you know, some more dev-ups for the players. But let's go in, see if we can beat Miami and see if these contracts get even more out of hand the following season. Here we go. The Dolphins are, I looked up for a split second, and Dolphins already have a touchdown and 2 touchdowns, 14-10. Halftime is, you know, just a long game left, right? We're up 10. We're up freaking 13 now. We're not looking back. We're up 16. Still, yeah, well, they don't get the 2 points. So I was about to say still a chance, but without the 2 point, that's a GG. 41-20. Really good resilience. Not a great start, that's for sure. Warren Moon, who was just on the team we beat in the playoffs or the Super Bowl, now on the Dolphins struggling. Peyton Manning, he heard all the crap talk, and he's back, I suppose. Randy Moss, Harold Carmichael, the Giant. Let's see, Reggie White, he's been crazy good. Some height from our guys, getting some interceptions because of it. Perfect kicking from Seabass, and headed on the divisional round. Just a little warm-up game with the wild card. Didn't have that last season, so not super used to it. The Patriots. Okay, that's interesting. Who they got? Joey Bosa. A bunch of real-life names, apparently, as opposed to legends who are clearly fictional. But I suppose in this realm, you know what I mean, okay? See if we can get another Super Bowl, though. Taking on Patriots. I don't know about Sim, but I like their offensive scheme when playing. 21-0 doesn't seem to be a very good scheme in Sim. 21-0 still. Are they going to score anything? Are they going to get on the board? No? Okay. They got on the board. That's something. They got on the board twice. Who gives a damn? 38-14. Much cleaner win this time. Safer win for sure. But let us take a look at... Oh, my lord. Peyton Manning's struggling again. Walton Payton did have 3 rushing touchdowns in fairness. Terrell Owens. I completely forgot we even have T.O. I haven't really even heard his name, honestly. Reggie White, 3 sacks, 2 for Seymour. Joey Bosa with 2. Mean Joe Green with 2. Some interceptions kicking. My man. P. Manning. What's that throw power? He doesn't really have many upgrades that he needs to get, right? So, throw power is 94. Started with 91. The championship round, who are we going against? The Steelers. Damn, they are at 15-2. Once again, a bunch of real-life names again. Like, I just don't see how any of these teams could be as good as ours when they invested in, like, players with dev, whereas we were just snagging, like, 95-plus overall after 95-plus overall when it was, like, maybe 10 rounds where, like, I would say 7 of those 10 picks for teams were non-99-plus or 95-plus, So, I don't know. They said they're 99, but I still think it's just a lie. I think we're definitely the best team in the league, and this game specifically, and, the last game, proving that we're not wrong. Even though Peyton Manning played like crap. Is he playing like crap again? He loves the 2 interception games. This feels like Denver all over again, man. What is going on here? Vernon Davis, who doesn't have that much speed in this guy's roster for some reason, coming away with a decent one. Fuller. Okay, Luke Kuechly. Haven't heard of that name in a while. Oh, we're headed to the Super Bowl. I thought it was like we were headed to the championship round. I was like, oh yeah, we already did the thing, didn't we? And it's the Panthers again, so a little bit of a trend, even though they got a new quarterback, I'm pretty sure. Wonder who it is. DevOps, offensively. Were we expecting DevOps on offense? No? Whatever. Defensively, Reggie's a superstar. Hawk's a star. Blunt is now a star, so we added a few. But let's go in. Let's take on the Panthers. Once again, don't know who their quarterback is. I'm pretty sure they got a new one now. Still Ladanian. All right, going to the end of the game. Are they going to get their revenge? Could this be a 3 kind of battle fight? Or is the series going to end, if you will, between these two teams with us going 2-0, making them impossible to win that series? Obviously, we're not doing any more than 3 seasons. And while I was figuring out what the hell I was even trying to say, we ended up winning another one. So this team is pretty busted. And once again, we went with, they got Joe Montana. But we did go, nice performance. We did go with the Chargers offensive playbooks. We didn't change anything about that. Just the defense, because we had no choice. We had literally no choice. Lawrence Taylor did his thing. Joe Green was great. Reggie White has had like a sack every game this season, it seems. I suppose that's kind of the whole point of being a damn beast. Really kind of curious, like, if these teams are all 99 like they say they are, like, is there really no team with, like, a bad guard or something? No? Like, I get you can mask the 99 overall with, a bad guard. You could easily mask that, but, like, there's got to be teams with, like, bad linemen here or there, right? Not there, at least tackle-wise. You'd figure there'd be at least, like, some team with, like, an 82 overall tackle or something. No? We got nobody out here starting with like an 82 overall tackle or something. Donald Penn, what a name drop. Bryant McKinney. So maybe I'm wrong. Maybe there is enough players to go around that everyone can have a god. There's got to be some team that's like, we're here too. And they got like freaking, I don't even know, some like 72 overall. But I suppose when you add real life names as well, or not real life, but you know what I mean. Like, hey, there we go. I like them. The Broncos are my kind of players. They're my kind of team. They're like, hey, we got an 82 overall here for you. But maybe there's, like a guard or something. Like, surely they can't have all 99s or 90 pluses, right? Mitchell Schwartz, what a name drop considering the team as well. Larry Little, Tinglehoff, Norwell. Because, there's a few teams here and there. Oh, Reisner, Alex Mack, Zion Johnson. Yeah, there's a couple of, so here and there, a couple positions, but obviously being masked by the overall just talent, forcing the 99 basically. But yeah, let's do another season, and in general, even though it's not probably going to affect us right now, we're going to see, who we have to re-sign the following season, this kind of coming up season, and seeing how screwed we'd be. As far as re-signings go, we do have 64 mil, so the cap is moving up. I also don't remember Mean Joe's name, showing up here, so we might actually lose him. And we kept him 25 mil per, which is a lot, but what can you do? Losing linemen and a linebacker, but linemen and linebackers are the positions you absolutely have to let go if you can, or if you have to anyways, not if you can. Obviously, you can do anything. Put your mind to it. But we have 41 mil right now. And players we have to re-sign. Sharp, it's probably another 3 mil. Terrell Owens, if we want, that's at least damn near 20 mil we have to come up with. AJ Hawk would be another 20. Sharp would be another 20. Ed would be a free agent. Janikowski, maybe have to let him go because he can't afford, a kicker. So, you're pulling money out of nowhere, right? If you pay those 2 linemen, where are you going to get, another 60 mil from? You're just not. So, taking a little bit of a hit now, which, kind of defeats the purpose considering we're only doing one more season. But as far as longevity goes, you would have to do that. So, just trying to keep it realistic in that realm. And you can see a lot of teams just can't afford any of these players. So, we were actually able to cheese it a little bit. A 5-year 20 for this 99 overall right guard and a 6-year 24 for this center. Kind of busted. It's the draft. We need linebackers. I'm going to go with Joe Ham. Joe Mama. Wait, can I not? Hello? Oh, thank you. Hidden development trade, 84 speed, 89 excel, 83 jumping. Not sure what we're doing there. Joey Bosa looking. We also have a 3 to 4 linebacker. I think we need as many linebackers as we can get. Seems to be a position that's kind of being asked to be paid quite a bit here lately. So I'm going to go with the other guy I've seen, Mr. Mike Kennedy. Decently athletic as well, and another hidden development trait player. Once again, did no scout on any of these guys, kind of just based on, key ratings, no extra scouting, not really paying attention to anything. Because once again, I'm not super invested in building the team because there's really not much to build. The team's just kind of good. Gonna go with a super athletic tight end, ironically named Gates. Normal development trait, 85 speed, 84 excel with that height, that age. In a user league, you would love to see it. O-line doesn't look great, but this guy at least has a couple of A's, so I'm going to take him. Normal 83 strength. It's a little late to be drafting linemen, 40, 32 in the 4th. We sometimes get players around that or later, but usually they are pretty trash, but they're usually Alex Cheeks. But yeah, we kind of wanted to add some players. A couple of A's there as well. Another F in run block, but I guess that's a position of need. Why not? Why not? He's undrafted projected, though. 71, 71, 65 in fairness. Yikes. 72, and then some randomers. All right, so here is what I was kind of expecting to happen at some point. An X Factor DT is in free agency. Interesting. I want to add a few of the... Oh, my God, we're broke. Never mind. They are very expensive. We could use a linebacker. I don't know if there actually is one. Okay, there actually are some, like a coverage linebacker, if you will. Devondre Campbell. This is the last season. Make it count. Jack Del Rio, welcome. Madden 23, now GTA Online, now Legacy, now Store, now Legacy, now GTA Online, now Madden 23, now GTA Online, now Legacy, now Store, now. So we have already won back-to-back Super Bowls. There's not really much more we can do, so final season, whether we win a Super Bowl, don't even make the playoffs. Of course, we actually kind of found a way to stick around with the team a little longer as we got some really cheap linemen here on the squad now as Deion Sanders maxed. He is maxed. I don't know if I'm going to actually look at the ratings because they all kind of started off as 99s anyway, so we'll see. But yeah, let's head on in for the final season. Having a really good season, only 23 mil, so Sharp looks like he'd be gone. Terrell Owens... Yeah, even though we did a pretty good job with those linemen, we are screwed. So, technically it was a backup, but actually not asking for much money at all, by the way. Backup. super backup starter, but, backup level at this point. I mean, you could probably get away with some. I think wide receiver at this point, you probably need to actually let go because 30 mil plus, you just can't afford them. Sharp, you would absolutely like to try to keep because tight end is hard to develop, and especially one that's, even close to this. The best you're going to get is like Pitts, and obviously Pitts is one guy. Not every team can have him. A little bit of a losing streak, but still had a really good start of the season and will lead to a divisional trip right out the gate without having to play. Got the number 1 seed. Like I said, really good, and then some losses here, but then a win against the Steelers, who they themselves recently were 15-2, so maybe we stole their spot. I don't know. Let's actually take a quick look. Not particularly. The AFC was actually kind of weak. Outside of the Chiefs, it would be 4 wins in between us and the next place team, if not for them. The NFC looking way stronger. But let's take a look at the team. Looked like it was a pretty good season. I seen Walter Payton's name on the list as well, and for good reason. Shannon Sharp and company. Wide receivers really not earning a paycheck anyways. We did end up getting Shannon on a 5-year 85. Sack totals a little lower than we're used to, but still double-digit 20-plussers. Interceptions are okay. Sebastian a little bit worse than normal. He would definitely be a cap casualty as well, so did an okay job of keeping most of the guys we drafted, but yeah, definitely would become a problem. MVP goes to a 7-10 leading Drew Brees. Okay. A couple of awards for us you could see there. There's about 5 awards. Looks like we won about 5 or 6 awards there. The 9-8, 99 overall Baltimore Ravens. And we see Portis. Is that X Factor? Just talking about Miami. They are the team waiting in the championship round right now. 14-0. The Ravens not looking great. Not a great scheme for Sim in general, especially if you're actually playing. The Ravens seem to just never do anything because just the way their playbook works, you pretty much have to have a running quarterback, and even then it's too short of an offense. The offense just doesn't have enough big plays in it, and definitely reflected of that in the scoreboard. I will say they do have Michael Vick. That is interesting to note, but still didn't matter as they got smoked on. And the stats are pretty, in our favor, obviously. Miami 10-7, no Chiefs in sight. Warren Moon played him 3 times now, three seasons in a row. Let's see if we can best him for a 3rd straight. And Carolina, could it be 3 straight years? Could it be? Going to the end of the game. Miami already put on more points than Baltimore did, 7-0. 14-0, 14-7. This kind of happened last season too, didn't it? 21-14, 28-14. Okay, this is uncharted territory. I think Miami might do it. 7 minutes left. We haven't really played much as the team. So if I had to come in and make a play, I'm kind of down to do so. If all the talent in the world, you just got to go for it. And what is that Dion? What is Dion doing there? I know he's covering his own guy, but the ball is floating to you, son. That just threw me off so hard. Good SWAT attempt. No shot. Tatum's beat, and that's going to be the game. No 3-peat. They're throwing the ball like they're losing. I will say, we're kind of moving. If defense actually made a play, if we got an onside kick there or something, that would have been insane. It's a long shot and a half. There's literally no shot unless we force a fumble, which I suppose is a possibility. Or not. They perfectly block, and they're going to score again. All right, so the defense did not have its best performance, giving up 1 billion points. 49-31, our reign of terror is over. I wonder if the Panthers are in. That'd be kind of ironic timing for them to also sell Peyton Manning back with his 2 interceptions self. Just a bad offensive performance on top of it. Their offense just smoked our defense. It wasn't even close. Gave up nearly 50 points with this team. They got a good team, but ours is literally perfect. The Panthers are in it. I'm going to be so mad because we could have made it the 3-peat matchup. Oh, they're in it. Now I'm kind of rooting for them. Come on. Beat those Dolphins, and they don't. Yeah. There's that. One final season of looking at the dev-ups, but overall, that's pretty much going to be it for this one. Walton Payton finally gets to X Factor, which is nice to see. Damn, he's kind of beastly. Upgrades are kind of, or abilities are kind of bad. Wide receivers really never develop. Sharp finally gets the superstar. How good is he? He's got to be insane. Pretty good. Pretty damn solid. Deep out and spin cycle, interesting abilities. What about the defense? Both got to be X Factors by now, right? Really? I would have thought Reggie and Lawrence would have easily both been X Factors. Not a lot of DevOps. Once again, you are competing with other legends, which, they're putting up crazy numbers as well, but still, I thought they would have both been X Factors. Honestly, they've both been killing it, winning awards left and right as well, and I guess not. I guess I'm wrong, but that's pretty much going to be it for this one. Definitely different from our normal style. Normally, it's a bit of a process. We maybe get a chance at a Super Bowl at the end. Not always. Sometimes we don't even win a playoff game, but this one, outside of just this season, we kind of dominated. So, with all these teams being 99 overalls, too, which is kind of impressive, got to say, though, Peyton Manning, he did not really play that well, I got to admit. But that's going to be it for this one. If you guys found it enjoyable, you enjoyed it in general, maybe leave a like, subscribe if you're new. We do a ton of franchise stuff on the channel, of course. If you're not new, really appreciate your continued support on the channel. Maybe follow me on Twitter, Jeromepkr, second channel PK Plays for non-Madden content, which is still Hogwarts Legacy, but less than 3 episodes remaining. So if you're, been watching a little bit, you're not caught up, you haven't watched it, you haven't started it, I recommend it. I've enjoyed it. It's one of my favorite games I've played in some time, honestly, and we'll probably have another episode for that tomorrow, as there won't be a main channel upload, but then we'll be back on Tuesday with something. Not always planned. I don't know when I'm going to upload, something. But that's going to be it. Thanks for watching. Hopefully you guys come back for next video, but until next video, see ya!